Hello and welcome everybody to the Green Room. As you know well, I'm Amber Grundon, and today we're going to have some special guests that are going to come have a chat with me about their new indie hit. So has anybody seen the trailer for Chimera? I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I've been paid to say that. So today we're going to have on Yudin Lama, the director and actor, and Francesca Barnes-Grandin. Let's welcome them on. Well, it's great to have you both here.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
And the audience seem to be fans.
I know, it's weird. We never really expected this.
But for those of you who've been living under a rock, tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, it's about this girl who is being treated by her therapist as she is suspected of having schizophrenia. She talks about her boyfriend and her relationship with him, which is seemingly perfect, but because of her stories, it always changes and it's too good to be true.
And you play?
The protagonist, Veronica.
Oh, a female protagonist. I mean, that's a bit unconventional for the psychological thriller.
Yeah, a bit. I mean, if they are in the genre as well, they're usually victims.
Yeah, well, it'll bring in a female audience, I suspect.
Yeah, I mean, psychological thrillers appeal to female audiences, and this will boost the appeal and the youthfulness of the cast, of course. It attracts a younger audience, which is quite different for the genre.
How did you come up with this?
We were mostly inspired by movies like Split and Get Out.
Ah, I see. And that's where you get the creepiness from, I guess?
Yeah, well, we liked the scenes from Orphan in which Esther, the main character, had a panic attack at her school. It felt really creepy, and because she put this perfect appearance, but she was quite different because she was really crazy. And we even had our protagonist have a similar panic attack in the bathroom stall, which is me, which presents how crazy and tormented she really is compared to how she presents herself around others.
I mean, that's the convention of psychological thrillers, isn't it? I mean, somebody that either has split personalities or shows himself to be one way but is actually another. We tried to present this during the movie with having like a light tone to Yudin, the atmosphere, then a darker one to show her darker personality. Like in the light and dark scene where she's wearing the dress, the pink dress, yeah. And then the one where she's in her house, the one that we filmed in her house. And, you know, it's just a really nice contrast.
Yeah, we did that all the way through. I mean, we showed a contrast between light and dark scenes. When she's in the therapist room or with her boyfriend on the swings, it's very light, but when she's alone and confused about what's real and what's not, it's really dark. Again, this can be seen in a lot of psychological thrillers because low-key lighting is often used for tension and creepiness.
That's also a theme in psychological thrillers, isn't it? You know, appearance and reality, not knowing what to believe and what not to believe.
Yeah, it's an idea we got from The Sixth Sense, actually. Our restaurant scene with Veronica and Jeremy when they were having dinner was inspired by the one where Bruce Willis's wife is ignoring him in The Sixth Sense, and the twist at the end of the movie changes the view of the rest of the movie, so we tried to do something similar.
So can we expect any big twists in your film?
That would be telling.
To get us out of spoiler territory, one way we presented this idea of appearance and reality and things not being quite as they seem, we went for the common motif of mirrors and broken glass.
Oh, I saw that on your posters, I think.
Yeah, well, broken glass especially was prominent in our trailers, with the breaking of the alcohol bottle, yeah. And then the breaking of the wine glass when she goes into the bath. That kind of shows how vulnerable she is and also destructive because she just breaks things. As for mirrors, it shows off a mirror image of the person or an inner self, a darker inner self, and mix the two together. Broken mirrors means years of bad luck, right?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see broken glasses and mirrors and other psychological thrillers as well, like Get Out and Split. That is basically where we got our inspiration from.
Oh, so Get Out inspired you because you've talked about it quite a lot.
Well, as a newer movie, we'd all seen the trailer before we were thinking up our own movie. So we particularly liked the shot in which Samuel L. Jackson's running at the camera. We thought it was really creepy because imagine just standing there and someone running right at you for like no apparent reason. We thought that was really...
Yeah, the running scene, I am still out of breath from that. But yeah, I really liked that scene from Get Out, so we took it and decided to have our character run to the camera, dressed in very little clothing, might I add, on a really cold day. I mean, it was my idea, so I can't really complain about it, but it was very cold.
But was it worth it?
Oh, totally worth it. It made a great scene to keep coming back to during the trailer. Something else we took from Get Out that was equally demanding was the smiling and crying scene. I don't know if you remember, but there was this one part where a woman in Get Out smiles or laughs and cries at the same time. All that mixed up emotion showing at once presents how tormented the character was. I don't know if you know, but I had to keep touching my eyeballs to get me to cry on cue.
Ouch.
Horrible.
It was horrible to watch and really difficult to film because although she could do it on cue, I had to be on cue to film. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty bad.
So let's talk about the soundtrack. You've talked a lot about conforming to conventions, but thriller trailers often have, you know, quieter, more suspenseful songs. Why did you choose this one?
Well, we went through several suspenseful tracks, like a cover of Bang Bang, which was a lot slower and whose lyrics fit perfectly with our trailer, but it was just too slow. Same with this other song, Last Stand by Quabs. They just didn't work with what we had, so we used Habits by Tove Lo instead. It's a lot faster, which, as you said, it's a bit different for thriller trailers, but, you know, its erratic sound and fast pacing reflected our character's state of mind, and the song, and we were able to fit the editing to the beats of the song, which was very prominent. I mean, our editor hated us by the end of it because we stressed on how good it looked on the beat, and just look how it turned out.
There's some slower points to build up tension, which, especially at the end, which a trailer usually has, but we stuck with faster pacing because it just felt better.
You mentioned your editor. Was that conventional, the editing of the movie?
In many psychological thrillers, they're both quick and slow pacing, but we went with both, but we also stuck more with the faster pacing because that way it fit with the character's state of mind, because we want the audience to feel her craziness and how she's feeling. But one thing that's a little bit weird is we didn't really do that so much with the camera, we did it more with the editing. And the reason we didn't do it with the camera, we kept it stationary so the audience feel helpless. Like they forced to sympathise with the character because there are POV shots at some of the times, but also made to feel afraid through like close-ups and weird angles and like head-on. But yeah, so those are the...
Yeah.
I can see how unsettling that would be. Well, we have to wrap it up now, but thank you everybody for watching and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you very much.